Professor Kaminski is doing research into misbehaving molecules. Exactly which molecules are these?
So what we're looking at are proteins that you have in your brain, everybody has in their brains, that usually are harmless. But under some circumstances, they misbehave. They start to what is called, they misfold into shapes. And in these shapes, they start to cluster and aggregate and cause us problems such as Alzheimer's disease or Parkinson's disease. So we are using optical techniques to look into the molecular processes that cause these diseases.
So what specifically are you doing?
So what we need to do is we have to look what causes molecules to misfold and aggregate. And for that to be observable, we need to use techniques that have the resolution that's about 10,000 times smaller, to resolve scales 10,000 times smaller than the tip of a pinhead. And so what we use our optical techniques, because optical techniques allow us to look into cells, and we use special physics tricks to enable this sort of resolution to be gained.
And what sort of impact do you think you'll have? Where will it be felt?
So the importance is that we don't yet know how we can prevent these problems developing in brains. We're all getting older, and everybody will have to fight eventually with this problem of aggregating proteins. In some people, you have never an onset of any clinical symptoms, and in others, of course, you get very, very severe symptoms, and you develop Alzheimer's or other cognitive disorders. And so there are two ways in which this may have an impact. If we understand what goes on at a molecular level, we may be able to test drugs that prevent this aggregation process from happening, or we may enhance the processes in our bodies that help us to deal with these aggregates and thereby prevent the symptoms to start.
And what do you think will be the significance to the delivery of healthcare?
I mean, it's hard to say this yet. It's such a complex problem, but already our understanding is improving vastly. So if of course, we are ultimately able to help in the delivery of drugs, I mean, the significance, of course, is obvious. We're having 1 in 80 people nowadays in the UK suffering from these diseases, and the cost of neurodegeneration to the UK society is already more than that of cancer. So it's very, very important that we get to grips with this problem and understand it better. I mean, not a single research group will make the final breakthrough in this, but it needs a large concerted effort, money, and good brains to actually make progress in this field.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.